I was doing about 100 miles an hour, so it's quite quick to go flying off a bike. And I remember I was flying through the air, and all of a sudden, looking back at the bike, and time did just completely slow down, and I thought, oh dear, this is going to hurt. I went from being quite an active guy, racing bikes every other weekend, to lying in hospital with big casts on me. I couldn't do a thing. I had to have a nurse wash me, so it wasn't all bad when you think about it. I thought, I can just sit here and sort of feel sorry for myself, or I can do something, I can at least try. So to cut a really long story short, I ended up rowing across the Atlantic in 2010. You wouldn't believe it, but that's actually me. I don't look so good in that photo. Sun comes up, hair goes blonde, and for some reason my beard goes completely ginger, but ginger is cool. I rowed for 12 hours a day. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning. It was pitch black, the moon wasn't out, so it was quite a dark evening. And I had my head torch on, and all of a sudden this white object came flying out the water, bang, hit me in the face. And I thought, what the hell was that? But I was so tired, my brain wasn't functioning properly, and I thought I'd just been hit by a golf ball. And I thought, no, hang about, surely that can't be a golf ball. And of course it wasn't, it was a flying fish. And it was actually during my preparation for the row that I met a very good friend of mine who invited me out to climb Everest. And he said to me, when you get back from the road, do you fancy going out to Everest? And I said, yeah, sure, but we've got to get across the Atlantic first. And I remember it clearly. I'd got home, and he rang me up, and he said, James, are you coming to Everest? And he said, oh, by the way, actually, you need to raise £30,000, and you've got 6 months. And I thought, oh, crikey, that's a bit of a problem, because I was bankrupt at this point. And I thought, well, hang about. I've just rowed across the Atlantic single-handed. If I can do that, I can at least try and at least have a go at trying to raise the funds to pull this project off effectively. And so I went back to that concept of if you just keep going, you'll get somewhere, or you'll get what you want. And so I put some emails together and some sponsorship proposals, and I started sending them out. And initially, people were coming back saying no. I'd had the credibility that I just rowed across the Atlantic, so that helped. And then all of a sudden, someone said yes, and then it just kind of snowballed. So in 2011, I successfully summited Everest on the 16th of May. Well, just going off and doing your own thing. I use the opportunity because I love to engage with kids. So I speak to children in schools in every country that I go to, not necessarily encouraging them to be adventurers, but it's a good thing to set goals, work towards things, because the reality is I'm no different to anyone or any of these kids. They can do whatever they want, but you've just got to want it enough.